Welcome to Dutch Robot Wars. Heat B of Series 1 is happening today. We've got a spinner or two, a pyramid or not two, and an alien thrown into the mix as well. It promises to be a fun, thrilled, frenetic one.
So to kick off Heat B then, we'll be having Pullverizer against RCC, that's radio-controlled carnage. That'll be followed by Scraptosaur against Alien Destructor, and Twisted Metal against Pyramid of Chaos. So driving out in the flashy Mohawk is RCC, that's radio-controlled carnage. It is in fact an axe on top, but this is one of the largest robots that's competing today. We'll see if it can bring the damage. And our next opponent, the mighty vertical spinning disc of Pullverizer. Everyone in the pits has been afraid of Misha de Graaf's machine. You don't want to be on the wrong side of it. Throw it some flowers maybe, they won't bite, right?
And it's RCC with the camera on it first. There is Team RCC. And Pullverizer, another three-letter team, PCP. For the house bots, Sergeant Bash after his many appearances in Heat A. Partnered with Sir Killalot for the first battle of Heat B. 3, 2, 1, and away goes the action in Heat B. Well, Pullverizer's wheels, not so much. Out comes that interesting Mohawk weapon from RCC. And then in behind for Pullverizer here. That was a chance early on.
Yeah, you can still count the rotations at the minute, but Pullverizer's just getting faster and faster, and that's a good hit. It might have been the only good hit they needed, though.
Well, here is the replay, and there is the KO, potentially. RCC with the hammer hanging out, and the hopes hanging by a thread, and maybe even less. Pullverizer trundles away into the open. It probably doesn't need to do anything more, and RefBot's timer begins to say just that.
Oh dear, if you're going to call a robot radio-controlled carnage, at least make sure the radio controls work. That's it. The timer has hit 10, and RCC's very brief Robot Wars campaign has come to an end. Well, there will be a space for them in the Losers Melee, but that was about 15 seconds, and Sir Killalot is coming in for an emergency haircut, as I don't like Mohawks.
And the Mohawk will be a no-hawk after the floor flipper. There it goes! Oh goodness me, it did land on top of it. And then a beached RCC on its back there. Oh, a clumsy, clunky landing from the floor flipper. And Killalot's now going in for round 2 with Bash.
Yeah, setting the Mohawk on fire. Where will we ever see something like that? Well, RCC, it can't CC anymore. It's going to be put into a dark chasm. And into the pit it goes. Pullverizer moving on in perhaps the most impressive fashion we've seen in Robot Wars so far. Well, it remains to be seen if RCC can be fixed after that devastating battle, but we need to find another winner. It's Scraptosaur against Alien Destructor for a place in the second round. Next onto the scene then, the long tail of Alien Destructor, one of our competitors who's had previous experience in the UK Robot Wars. It didn't go too well for them, but maybe here on home ground things will go a little better. They're very fast. And next up, it's made out of scrap. It looks like a dinosaur, allegedly. That makes it Scraptosaur. They've got the flipping tail at the back, pneumatically powered, wanting to try and flip Alien Destructor over today.
Stand by. And here is Alien Destructor with the team there. Keese and Frank, and Scraptosaur with Team FFR, Fierce Fighting Robots. The house robots are Sir Killalot again, 2 out of 2 in him for Heat B so far. And Sergeant Bash just switched the order, but it's these two again. 3, 2, 1, activate is sounded. Scraptosaur against Alien Destructor. Look at that. I mean, Scraptosaur's not the shortest machine in terms of length, but it gets dwarfed by Alien Destructor out there. It covers half the arena almost.
Indeed, but you know what? We did see Lizard fight quite well with this type of weaponry. Good drive system on the machine and some swinging tails, but the only thing Alien Destructor's swinging into is Sir Kill-A-Lot! They're going up into the skies here, completely aimless!
Alien Destructor submitting a name change to Alien Destroyed in a minute. Oh, and there is some body armor popping off immediately after it engages with the housebots. Bash pulling and gnawing away at the tail as well. Well, is this going to be a tail of two halves of Alien Destructor? By that I mean two halves of the robot will be separated potentially. What? No, Alien Destructor trying to drag back with it and then pushing back to free itself. Very impressive there.
Well, the house robots maybe held on a little bit too long there, but when the battle's resumed, it's Alien Destructor who's been doing all the work. That's an excellent slam, but Sergeant Bash doesn't like it. He's pulling them apart again. Scraptosaur looks to be stuck under the angle grinder, but Sergeant Bash just wants to finish what he started. It says, I'm cutting off that tail while it's still legal.
Yes, Sergeant Bash certainly didn't like being shown up on Dutch national television there by the pushing power of Alien Destructor, as Scraptosaur is in the camera focus and trundles along. Can it make a impression of its own here?
I think they were going for the pit, but Alien Destructor beat them to it. I'm not too sure on the game plan here with Scraptosaur. They do have that flipping tail at the back, but they've been going headfirst into Alien Destructor this whole time, using that static spike. Alien Destructor, meanwhile, has been intercepted by the house robots for the third time. Well, I think we need to call a ceasefire on this. Send it to the judges. Maybe they can make some sense of this.
Well, a puff of the cheeks in the team booths, and the judges will have to puff out all of the house robot smoke in this one, because Alien Destructor did offer a good amount in general play, a really good shove as Scraptosaur was pinned in, a bump or two there as well. But then the housebots made this one a bit murky. And there is the win. Alien Destructor prevails nevertheless.
Well, the judges saw sense in the end. Alien Destructor might get a fairer shot at it next time. For now, it's Twisted Metal against the Pyramid of Chaos. Well, out first then is Twisted Metal. It looks pretty intact at the moment, but we'll see how that pans out over the course of the episode. They should be twisting plenty of metal though with that horizontal spinner at the front. Very, very deadly. And all the way from Giza in Egypt, the Pyramid of Chaos. Maybe. That's what they put on the application form anyway. But they are armed with a sword, and they are perhaps the largest machine I've ever seen in my life.
And Pyramid of Chaos with Harm Yap Senior and Yap Junior. And Twisted Metal. Team is Willem, Haho, and Chris. Housebots. Sergeant Bash, again, of course. Partnered with Sir Kill-A-Lot, again, of course. Have fun, fellas.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Third Battle of Heat B is away, and Twisted Metal looking to rip the pyramid away into the distance. Not so much with that first hit, though.
Yeah, they had all the time to spin up in the world. They were even doing it before the battle had officially started, but we'll let them get away with it because they want to silence the invaders that are the Pyramid of Chaos, and they're doing exactly that. The sword there, flopping to the ground, is how I can put it.
The sword leaving Twisted Metal quite bored, to be honest. Pyramid of Chaos is not moving. Twisted Metal, I wouldn't exactly say is ripping Pyramid of Chaos up, but nevertheless it seems to have immobilized it, and that would be enough for the KO and the win already. Twisted Metal keeps coming in with attacks, doesn't really need to, but the win nevertheless will be there. Refbot confirms it. Oof, look at that bodywork.
If I knew anything about the pyramids of Egypt, I would say that they don't generally tend to move much. So, living up to the name there, oh, Sir Kill-A-Lot's taking it into the skies. You're not meant to be able to do that either, but the entire innards of Pyramid of Chaos are just hanging loose there.
Dear, dear. This could be Tutankhamun, Doom and Gloom here from the Floor Flipper. That's what the crowd wants. We're going to see a flying pyramid imminently. And there it goes! Oh, and a crunchy landing as well, as we see the rather limited innards as well.
Yeah, get your mathematicians out to describe the new shape. What's this? A rodendahedron? So our losers melee, we have 3 robots, Scraptosaur, Pyramid of Chaos, and... Wait, RCC? They're telling us they haven't been able to fix the robot in time. We're just going to have a head-to-head. It's Scraptosaur against Pyramid of Chaos.
Well, here is the slightly trimmed losers melee battle. Pyramid of Chaos buffed out a little bit from its damage, and Scraptosaur trying to improve from its modest round 1 display. Housebots, Matilda's in here for this one. Flywheel ready and waiting. Partnered with Shunt. 2 new housebots here to get into the action with these 2.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
And the losers, well, not a melee anymore. The losers fight, battle, whatever you want to call it, is underway, and so is the sword from Pyramid of Chaos, hoping to be slightly, greatly more effective than last time, as the pit goes down already.
Yes, exactly. Pyramid of Chaos could give up the ghost right now, but they fired their weapon, they outlasted RCC, and... Oh no, don't let it come true! Pyramid of Chaos! Any life in there? It's making like a pyramid once again!
Not looking promising. The flipping tail of Scraptosaur doesn't have a base plate to flip off of there. Oh goodness me, as Shunt lifted up the shell, the pyramid that is being counted down, the pyramid that has no life, the pyramid that is going to be put out for commission now.
At least they did manage to restore it to roughly a pyramid shape, but now Matilda wants to invent some new geometry.
Oh!
Tearing right through there! Look at this! Just cutting through the actual seam of the pyramid, inventing a new doorway, I think.
Oh goodness me, we're going to have charbroiled pyramids. I mean, we've seen a lot on Robot Wars, but this is a new one! And in the flames, as the crowd so equally and accurately predicted. Oh, look at the burning, broiled shell of Pyramid of Flames, Pyramid of whatever you want to call it now. It's the only chaos is what's being inflicted onto it at this stage, and more and more!
And it is toppled. Lads, I'd jump in the Nile. Cool yourself down. You're still on fire. Shunt's just axing away at anything he can find. Scraptosaur rightfully taking a back seat. We've at least seen a bit of the potential of that flipper now. We'll give them a proper draw in the second round. But for now, I want to see the pyramid fly again!
I mean, Shunt has some kind of kink to show us this again, and it goes further than last time and onto the flywheel! Well, that's a wombo combo straight from the Egyptian, Dark Realms, I think. And there is a Dark Realm in our arena. The pit. Down it goes. Pyramid of Chaos out again.
Well, the semi-finals are set, and Scraptosaur's reward for its win is a Pullverizer. For now, we have Twisted Metal against Alien Destructor.
Roboteers, stand by.
Well, the semi-finals of Heat B. Twisted Metal did its job in round 1. And Alien Destructor did everything it could in round 1 and more. The house robots looking to do that too are Shunt with that diamond-edged axe. And he is in the arena with Sir Killalot, back after a couple of battles rest.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, this could be a very interesting fight on paper, and yes, I thought it would be an aggressive start, a clash already. Alien Destructor's front tip seemed a little bit bent from that first encounter, and then a little bit of its bodywork also got slashed away, as you can see here with the first attack from Twisted Metal.
Yes, I do fear for the artwork on board Alien Destructor. It already looks hideous enough when it's in its intended form. The Twisted Metal could put a few slashes and gashes in there. It could look even worse.
Whoa.
They want to get rid of the tail as well. Does everyone want to get rid of this tail? It worked for Lizard.
Well, I'm not going to use the tale of two halves and all that stuff jokes anymore, because Twisted Metal doesn't even need to target the tail alone. Once the Killalot was going for it again, just like as we saw the Housebots do in round 1. And Alien Destructor just trying to find some space in that arena. Another close-up ref cam shot, as some more grisly damage could be meted out by Twisted Metal here.
Yes, but I'm feeding the tail right into danger. You know what? They say, I can lose this tail. It's not an essential organ. If I feed that into the spinning disc, I might just be able to jam it up. It hasn't quite worked, but that was still great for getting underneath Twisted Metal, which frankly is one of the tallest bots I've seen for this kind of profile. But now the artwork is getting shredded. Ah!
What an incredibly active and chaotic fight this is. Alien Destructor is aggressive, but as we see there, it keeps sustaining slashes and scratches and getting caked up all over on that bodywork. Slowing down as well now too as Twisted Metal hunts down its prey again.
Yes, this one could be headed for a judge's decision. Damage is the leading criteria, and that's what Twisted Metal has been causing more of. But Alien Destructor has tried ever so hard in every other regard. Let's have a fifth criteria. House robot evasion. We can't give them away, but you know what? They've got what they wanted. There goes the tail. Maybe they'll clear off.
Yeah, hopefully the rest of the fight could happen now. Oh wait, there's only 10 seconds left. And oh, it is going to get away in time, Alien Destructor. I thought that was going to be a late hitting. It isn't. It does survive. Not so much the tail. What a fight. Well, in at close quarters there, the judges, and for good reason. This is an incredibly action-packed fight to analyse. There were so many slams from Alien Destructor and so many slashes from Twisted Metal. There's a lot to pick out here. Who will get the win?
Het is 2-1 voor Twisted Metal.
Well, it took a split decision from the judges, but Twisted Metal just about moves on to face either Pullverizer or Scraptosaur.
And here is Pullverizer, hoping to, if you'd pardon me, pulverize Scraptosaur. And Scraptosaur will be hoping to scrap Pullverizer. Very bad, I know. House Robots, Sergeant Bash is back again, looking to bash whatever he sees. With Matilda, looking to Matilderize anything she sees. I'm sorry.
3, 2, 1.
And if you'll pardon my horrific intros, I'll let the robots do most of the talking here. Pullverizer up to speed as Scraptosaur harasses its rear in the opening seconds! Wow!
Well, it doesn't seem like the flipper on the back of Scraptosaur can save them for that one. Look at that 180 maneuver. Got the spinner up to top speed, then swung it around, clattering into the side of Scraptosaur, and over it goes. No way back from that one. This dinosaur is going extinct.
Wow, Scraptosaur started off boisterous, but that was a big one and done, and what a hit it was!
Oh.
Sergeant Bash and Matilda now clattering into it too, as if Scraptosaur needs more punishment, but that is exactly what it gets as Matilda keeps up her incredible form in this heat.
Yeah, might have gone back onto its wheels if Sergeant Bash wasn't gripping away. Firing flames at the Refbot, what's going on? Okay, Refbot wants to keep Sergeant Bash away from it, so Matilda can put Scraptosaur back on its wheels. Well, I think it may be safely dead now.
Goodness me, an absolute flywheel and a cartwheel into Refbot there, and more to come. Poor old Scraptosaur, scrapped beyond belief.
Our heat final then let the spinners collide. The vertical Pullverizer, the horizontal Twisted Metal. Who's stronger? It could be a big hit.
Roboteers, stand by.
Well, here is your heat final duo. One horizontal spinner, Twisted Metal, and one vertical spinner, Pullverizer. This could be fiery. House Robots, Dead Metal into the arena for the final of Heat D. And Sir Killalot is there too. Let's see what the spinners have to offer us.
3, 2, 1.
Will it be another one and done from Pullverizer 1-1? Well, it needs to get off the mark at first as it was charging its spinner up, and an immediate impact between the two weapons there too.
Yes, the sparks did fly. That was the 180 swing from Pullverizer, but they may have done themselves some damage by doing that. They've left their tyre exposed while spinning around, and although there was a weapon-to-weapon collision, it looks like Twisted Metal has managed to catch that wheel there. Can Pullverizer move away from that spot?
It looks like it's struggling big time here. Desperation in the Pullverizer team, the Twisted Metal team there were looking on, and they have done most of the work so far. Pullverizer trying to twitch away, and it is slowly moving out of its circumference, but not much. And another meaty hit there again.
Yes, we can certainly see the damage that these two weapons can mete out when they come face to face with their opponents, but if Pullverizer can't get away from that spot, I'm not sure what they're able to do. There's no motion at all now coming out from Misha de Graaf's machine. Well, Pullverizer, I had them winning the series, to be honest, but Twisted Metal may have come away with an unlikely win here.
I think it may well have, but it must also be stated that Twisted Metal came in with 3 or 4 massive weapon-on-weapon impacts afterwards itself there. So even if it does confirm this win, which it looks like it will it have sustained any damage of itself going forward? Oh, well, there's more visible damage to the defeated machine. Off comes an entire tyre.
No coming back from that now, though. Twisted Metal, most of their opponents couldn't really hold up to them for long enough to show how good this machine truly was, but now they have asserted themselves as one of the top contenders in Dutch Robot Wars. They're going to be heading through to the grand final, and nobody is going to want to face them.
The dangled corpse of Pullverizer, the beaten machine here, it just didn't really get going. It was spinning its weapon up as Skillot spins the corpse around, but it just never was able to fully get out of its starting spot after that massive first impact. 2 very impressive weapons, only one could progress, and now Pullverizer will progress through the air here as the floor flipper gets involved in this heat again.
Through the air it goes, the swan song for Pullverizer. Over and out. Twisted Metal wins.
And Heat C will be here soon to provide you with maximum action and maximum torque, coupled with a hammerhead shark and some video game flavour, with a Pokemon and an Xbox. This hit will definitely be a sugar hit.